He's one of my mentors. This is Dave, crazed collector of all pop culture from around the world and back again. And I'm here to talk about one of my favoriteest, I guess you'd call them graphic novels now. When I was a kid, and I'll show you how young I was, these 3 books my parents got for me. They're Tintin books, The Adventures of Tintin. And if you don't know Tintin yet, you should. If you like adventure fiction for young people, I loved these as a kid. My parents bought these about 1 billion years ago at 3 for $1. And if you can see the spines on these, you see the spines? Yeah, they're just beat up. I read these to death. Now, Tintin is a Belgian creation by an author named Herge. Now, he's got a very complicated story, and he started in 1929 creating Tintin Adventures, and he died in 83. And I'm not going to go into most of his complicated story. A lot of his stories have depictions of ethnic races and people from other lands than his that were inappropriate then are politically wrong now. But I'm going to tell you about when I was a kid. Here's a kid that's a reporter, and he's just going off on all these amazing adventures and like constantly being in danger and tied up. And that's his little dog Snowy right there. Oh my God, Snowy was like so cool. And these are the Lummox detectives, the stupid detectives. And he was having more adventures than you could begin to believe. Tintin, these were my first 3, and they'll always be my favorite 3. And they are amazing. Now, one of the things about Tintin is that they seemed real to me as a kid. Like if you like Indiana Jones, this is like a young Indiana Jones kind of adventure. And to show you how young I was, I'm going to admit something. I ruined this book. I can still remember this. Do you see that? That's me with crayons in my parents' bedroom. And I don't know why I did that. I don't know what was on my mind, but it was the first and last time that I ever ruined a book. And of course, it's quite interesting because like a lot of Tintin's adventures have this character right here. Maybe I'll find a better picture of him, who's Captain Haddock. Now, back then, it didn't occur to me that he was drinking all the time, and he was quite often drunk and was probably an alcoholic. But again, when you're like 3 years old or 4 years old or 5 years old, that never occurs to you. Now, these are my originals, and now you'll find them in softcover, and I think you should chase them down. Like I said, if you want to do research on your own into Herge, he's got a complicated history, and I won't go into it here, but I enjoyed these as a kid. There's Tintin in Tibet, the Black Island, there's the Red Sea Sharks, the Cigar of the Pharaohs, and another series I didn't quite get into until much later when I was buying these in England is, here's like these guys, which are Joe Suzette, and that's the monkey Jocko, and they had their own adventures, and they were even younger, and they had all sorts of fun. But the art's incredible, and the adventures are stupendous. And so if you get a chance and you want to read to your kids or not, if you want to read them yourself, go find Tintin. That's what I recommend to you, because this is Dave at Super Monster City, and here's my mentor again to say goodbye.
Right there. You're in for a scare.